All of us in this chamber are enormously proud to represent London and Londoners. We have all chosen to make London our home. We've worked here, raised children here, and we've made a life here. And because of this, we all want the best for London. But that isn't the reality for so many living in our city. Londoners do not feel listened to. Sadiq Khan is not listening to them. We all want to feel safe in our homes and in our neighbourhoods, but the sad reality is, under Sadiq Khan, crime in London has never been more at the front of people's minds. Knife crime, while it has dropped across the rest of the country, in London it has actually got worse. The mayor flip-flops on stop and search, while 1,000 people are murdered on his watch. And to make matters worse, our police force has the record lowest levels of trust and confidence in its history and is in special measures for the very first time. The mayor expanded the ULEZ to the whole of Greater London against the wishes of Londoners, against what the polling told him, against even the advice that it would make almost no difference to pollution levels in London. But he did it anyway, because he wanted to, because Sadiq Khan doesn't listen to Londoners. He straight up ignored them. Now, many of the poorest Londoners, community groups and charities are having to make difficult decisions about their own livelihoods. And Sadiq Khan has decided to keep in place the removal of the pre-9 a.m. travel on the TfL network for the over 60s. Something many older Londoners had come to rely on for their day-to-day living, something they'd built into their finances or their retirement, taken away forever, when it was supposed to be a temporary measure. The mayor will, of course, claim he was made to do that, but he wasn't. That he had no choice, that the finances don't allow him to put it back. Neither are true. Sadiq Khan spent the cost of restoring these passes, paying off the tube unions so that they don't go on strike. And as we all know, the promise of no strikes under the no strikes mayor is one that it is almost never kept. After 8 years of Sadiq Khan, these blights on Londoners' lives are his legacy. So what this amendment does is simple. It goes some way to rightening the Sadiq Khan's wrongs. It provides a significant £200 million boost to the Metropolitan Police to support direct frontline policing, to tackle the criminal behaviour that is blighting Londoners' lives and which Sadiq Khan is ignoring. It provides a financial basis to scrap Sadiq Khan's hated ULEZ expansion, freeing up funding so there isn't a shortfall at TfL. An amendment cannot of itself scrap the ULEZ expansion, but we strongly recommend that that is what the mayor does. And it provides the funding necessary to retain the 60-plus free travel on TfL network, which is vital to so many, which Sadiq Khan has taken away. It does this by making use of options available within the GLA itself, a financing facility that Sadiq Khan himself set up, and the use of some reserves. Now, anyone who might want to question the how of this amendment, this is a system Sadiq Khan set up, and we have to work with his budget and his rules to amend it. Perhaps another mayor would have done things differently from the get-go. This amendment is also designed so that the costs of these measures are deferred, to be paid for by the inevitable savings to come from significant reform of TfL's pension scheme. It also lays out a number of other ways, from reforming perks and benefits at TfL to examining his own staff bill, which is bloated by nearly 200%. Which the mayor could look at to save more money in the future years, and again without passing the costs on to Londoners or putting services at risk. This amendment is making the best use of the funding and options available now to tackle the problems and right the wrongs Londoners are facing now. In the last 2 months, Sadiq Khan has splurged nearly £650 million of money that he's squirreled away or found at the last minute in just what happens to be an election year. But he's actually not listening to what Londoners are saying. This is an amendment that listens to Londoners. Let us all show them their voices have been heard. I hope everybody can join us in voting for this today.